guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Amy, or Amy Louise. I am a professionally trained makeup artist of far too many years. I think it's 13, 14. I think we're coming up on 14 years. I want to show you how I've been doing my everyday makeup recently. I have been in a little bit of a less is more mood, I'd say, for about a year, but on the everyday it is like so much more than what like I put out on to the internet. Honestly, I am so basic in my everyday makeup at the minute. Like, I just want to spend extra time in bed. I want to spend extra time doing the things that I need to do, like my housework or spending time with my son in the morning. So sorry if I'm coughing a lot. I have had a throat and chest infection, which is why I am coughing probably throughout the video. But yeah, I want to show you what I've been doing, and I've had so many compliments on my skin and just like the fresh faced appearance with a slightly alternative twist to my look. Obviously I do look quite alternative anyway. I mean, I have a whole sleeve, I have my chest tattoo now, I have blue in my hair and stretched ears, so I do already look quite alternative to some people. Other people may think I don't look alternative at all. It's fine. It's how we move. But yeah, so I just like to have a little twist. So this is how I do it. I'm gonna first off go in with my Pink Honey. This is the original in bubblegum, and I just use a spoolie. I don't like the ones that descend because I feel like they break after like a week, so I just use like a normal one, just a cheap one from like Primark or something. Sometimes you get them in sets when you get like a brush set, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to run this through my brow. I like to kind of like wiggle it through like this before I then brush my brows into place. And I like to brush them kind of like up and out. It's just my preferred look. And then I just take a cotton bud, I wet it, and then I'm just going to remove the excess from below and above the brows. Okay, so I've been using this. I think I got it in a Look Fantastic box. This is the Versa Hydration Serum with Niacinamide. It has a number 4 on it. I'd never heard of this brand, I will be honest, but I've been really liking this. It's a hydrating serum. So I'm just going to pop that on the back of my hand and then all over my face. Then I'm going to take some SPF. Always wear SPF. And I like to use quite a lot of it, I'm going to be honest. And I almost wear it as a mask for a few minutes and let it really soak in. Make sure to get your ears, especially if you have stretched ears, because you can burn them. I once saw a video of a girl who forgot to put sunscreen on her tunnels, and what did she say? She called them burnt onion rings, which makes so much sense when you think about it. But yeah, so I'm gonna let this sit for about 2 minutes before I then rub it in fully. Usually this is where I go and brush my teeth, or like I'll sit and talk to my son for a few minutes, have my coffee. I always make a coffee, bring it up. So I'm going to leave this for 2 or 3 minutes, just let it start to sink into my skin before I moisturize, like rub it in. And now I can feel that it's kind of drying in. I'm gonna just rub it in small circular motions and really make sure I've got everywhere. Usually at this point I would take it down my chest onto my arms, but obviously I can't put anything on here yet. I've still got my second skin on, so ooh, that's warm. So that is not happening today. And then I go in with this again. I think I got this in a Look Fantastic box or a glossy box. This is the LMS Superfood Glow Priming Moisturizer, and I've really been enjoying this. And I'm just gonna pop that on over the top. You can see just how glowy my skin is. Don't worry, I will not look like a greasy mess, but it also means that my skin doesn't get that really textured look when I do powder at the end, because I'll put a thin layer of powder on over this before I put my foundation on, but the moisture is still there. I'm not drying out my skin, I'm not overly hydrating it, but I'm using products that have moisturizing properties to them. And the moisturizer I just used, I'm pretty sure has mica in it. Let me double check. It does not. I'm surprised. I thought it did, but basically the products that I'm using do leave a shine to the skin, but I'm not overly hydrating my skin. I used to have super oily skin. The older I'm getting, the drier my skin is getting, which has been a learning experience for me. But I feel like this is the best way to have my skin looking gorgeous. Texture isn't an issue for me. Even if I just powder over this, I can go out without wearing any foundation and I'm good to go. So I'm going to take my NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen. This is in the shade Espresso, and I'm just going to use this to fill in my brows. Okay, so brows are on. I'm going to take my Coty Airspun. Anyone that's been watching my channel for a while will know how much I love this. So I'm just going to take the puff, and I'm not using a lot, but I'm just going to powder my face. Like, my entire face. So you can see by powdering my face that shine has been dulled down. My scarring has got to a lot better place than it was a few months ago. I've been using Skin and Me every day. It is amazing, like it is so good. But I've been using that and my skin is probably at the best place. I have personally seen it since I was a little girl. I've said before, I started getting acne when I was about 10. So my skin, I can't remember it really ever looking this good. So for me, this is amazing. I could happily go out like this and call it a day. Like this is like happy, like basic, very quick. I'm running out or I'm going to work or something like that. Put a bit of lip balm on, I'm good to go. But I do like to go one step further. Some days I wear foundation, some days I don't. Some days I'll wear just concealer. I'll do this and then concealer. I'm going to show you what I've been doing the most often, which kind of goes against a lot of makeup rules. I've got hair and I can feel it attached to my forehead. There we are, we got it. Yeah, this is the way I've been doing it a lot recently, and it does go against like makeup rules about not putting creams over powders, but I used a lot of moisturizing products and a very small amount of powder, so my skin still feels tacky. It's not dry by any stretch of the imagination. I'm going to go in with the concealer by Juvia's Place in number 24. Just open this up. I'm going to pop just a little bit. This is super light, but I like that it really highlights the centre of my face. And then I'm going in with the L'Oreal Infallible More Than Concealer in 322 Ivory, if I can open it. And this just goes on the outer part of my eye. Any blemishes that I have that are poking through that really bother me, I will also just pop a little bit on those. So I have one here which I have had for months now and it just will not heal. And then I have a couple of little scars down here, but nothing else that I can really pick out as a major issue for myself. And I know a lot of the other stuff is just going to get blended in anyway and kind of hide. So I'm going to take a domed concealer brush. This is a small one. This one is actually a Jessup 142 concealer buffer. On the blemishes, I'm just going to pat this out. And then I'm going to take a stippling brush. This really needs a wash. This one's from Morphe. I got it in a set. I can't remember which one it is, but it's just a little stippling brush. I'm going to start on the outer eye. And I do the outer eye for both eyes first, and then I do the inner. And I'm just going to stipple this. And I'm kind of bringing it up towards my temple. And it kind of gives a really nice uplift to the face. It's almost like a cat eye almost. So I'm just going to stipple this and then bring it down just a little bit, just blend it downwards. So I'm going to do the other side and then I move on to my inner. So I'm just going to bounce it here for a sec and then bring it down and through the centre of my eye too. So it should look something like this. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. And then taking this MUA blushed liquid cream blush in Cheeky Rose. No, it's not. It's Dusky Rose. I don't know where Cheeky came from. And I'm just going to pop a couple of dots just on the high points of my cheeks. And using a Real Techniques 302 brush, I'm just going to blend that out. And I like to take it over the corner of my eye, up the temple, and that does blend out this line that we created with that concealer just a little bit. And then over my nose before going on to the other side. And you'll see I'm just bouncing this. I'm not really doing anything else. I'm not like sweeping, I'm just bouncing. And then back to the nose. And across the cheeks a little bit. It just gives like that nice rosy glow that we all know and love. So next I'm going to go back to my Courtier spoon and I'm going to powder my entire face. Again, I'm not really using a lot of this, just enough to set my face and those cream products that I've just put on. Okay, next I'm going in with bronzer. This is the Morphe, no it's not, it is, yeah it's Morphe. My brain is not working. So this is the Glamour Bronze by Morphe in the shade Trailblazer. It is a very large pan and I love it. I'm going in with a Real Techniques, I'm pretty sure this is just called powder brush. That's what they call powder brush. I have the same brush for blush and bronzer. So I'm just gonna really lightly, I'm just gonna hold my hair back and I'm just gonna really lightly dust this over the corners of my forehead because that's quite square, and then my cheekbones, and then a little bit, not my jaw but like underneath my ear back here, like that, and then the side of my nose. Just real soft. Next I'm going in with the Milani. You can see it's quite well loved. This is in the shade 15 Sunset Passion. It is a baked blush powder. I use this literally every day. It's kind of got a glow to it. It's not super glowy, but it's got a bit of a glow to it, and I am slightly obsessed with this. And I'm just going to pop this through my temple down. I don't really bring it onto the apples of the cheeks, but I do take it onto the corner of my eye and like the tail end of my brow, and then over the nose as well. I really like that blushy nose e-girl moment without being too OTT with it. So I'm basically making like a number 7 shape, so like this. Just like a little number 7. And then I'm going in with Urfra Rodea Drive highlighter. I've been swapping between this and the Pat McGrath Labs in, what is this? Skin Fetish Lunar Nude, which one of my patrons very kindly gifted me. In fact, I'm going to go in with this today. It is absolutely stunning, and I'm just going to pop this right in this tiny little section here, over my lid to the arch of my brow, and then above the arch of my brow, the bridge and tip of my nose, the cupid's bow and chin. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous highlighter. And then I like to go right between the brows with whatever's left on my brush up, like that. At this point, I go in with my Garnier Skin Active Rose Soothing Glow Mist. I'm just going to spray it my entire face. Take my fan and dry. I then go in with my Garnier Amber Solar Over Makeup Super UV SPF 50. This is an aerosol. Freaking love this stuff. And I use it literally every day. So pin my fringe back, because if it does get in my hair, it tends to make it look a little greasy. And then just my face. I don't bother with my neck, my chest, anywhere else. I just use this on my face because you can't really reapply SPF over makeup without having to remove it to reapply it. It's a whole thing. So I love that for this. And then I have an SPF in my bag that I reapply to like visible parts of my body throughout the day. At this point, I'm going to put lip balm on. I have probably 15 that I have in rotation, honestly. My favourite one is the Carmex, but I will literally just grab any one. This one is Skin Chemist Rose Quartz Youth Defense Lip Plump. Technically not a lip balm, but I use it as one. And I really don't feel that it does any plumping, honestly. I just like to have something on my lips at all times. Like, I cannot not have something on my lips. Literally the last thing I do before bed is put lip balm on. I love it. So next we are going on to eyes. Now, on like my big lavish makeup looks that you see all over my channel, I'll do eyes first, but this kind of makeup, I ain't been bothering, I'm going to be honest. I've been super lazy. Where did I put my brush? Here it is. So I'm going to take an angled brush. This one is a Jessup 322 brow liner, and I'm taking that bronzer again. And I'm just going to tap in. I'm just going to use this as a guideline to where I want to put my liner. So I like to map it out. So from the corner of my eye, I'm just going to kind of create a smoky wing to put my wing on over top. And I like to do bat wing because I have hooded eyes. And I also really like the effect of that tiny bit of the bronzer that you can see underneath, like on the edges of the liner. I just really like that. That looks pretty smooth to me. I'm going to take the same brush, same bronzer. I'm going to run this through my lashes. I've creased a little bit, but I'm going to just tap those out and then go over with the bronzer. And then I just take a little bullet brush and I blend that out a little bit better. Okay, so next I'm going in with the Super Beauty Hydro Liner in the shade Grease and my Nancy Precise Bent Eyeliner brush. Just popped a little bit of water. I'm just wetting my brush and then I'm going to use this to apply a pretty dramatic wing. But this is like the hardest part and most longest part of my makeup look, honestly. So I'm just going to use that guide that we created. Once I've done the wing, I just add a little bit to the inner corner just to open the eye and give it just that little bit something extra. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. I'll be right back, but I do need my fan to dry this down because otherwise my hooded eyes will get everywhere. Okay, so I'm just going to do some mascara and some lashes. I would tell you what lashes I'm wearing, but I have absolutely no idea. I've been wearing them for weeks. They just get took off, put on my table and then put back on the next morning. Yeah, sorry. I have no idea what they are. I'll be back in a second with all that done. Okay, lashes are on. Now, depending on what kind of day I'm having, so if I'm going to be having a super intense day, like if I'm going to work, I want my makeup to really stay put. I'm not going to do any touch-ups at all. I'll go in with the Huda Beauty Resting Boss Face setting spray. If not, if it's a day like today where I'm just chilling, I do have to pop to the shop. Other than that, I'm waiting on a delivery for like a storage unit for my son's room. So other than popping to the shop, I'm going to be building that and chilling around the house. I will use this. This is the Sin Luxe setting spray. It is really hard to read because it is white writing on this very peachy box. I don't know, bottle. I don't know where the box came from. But it's really hard to read. But this is like a glowy setting spray. So I'm going to go in with this today. I have Heidi to thank for this fan. It is amazing. I literally use it every day. And then like when I'm really hot, like when I was ill, I was laid in bed with this, just keeping me cool. I love it. It's got a little stand so it can stand. It's got a light on. Oh, that needs charging. Oh, there it is. I don't know why I've unless the thing's in. But it's got a light. It's USB chargeable. I absolutely love it. If you're into makeup, definitely get this. I'm taking this on holiday with me. I love it so much. For me, it's an absolute essential item. So yeah, that is my tip for the day, I guess. I guess I'm kind of known more recently for wearing like a nude lip, but I'm back into my darker colours. My absolute favourite at the minute is Simply Smoked by MAC, but it's been discontinued. That is actually downstairs in my handbag. I'm not going downstairs to get a lipstick. I'm just not. Nah. So instead I'm going to go in with this one. This is Wet n Wild in the shade Sugar Plum Fairy. Any sort of dark lipstick will instantly make you look just that bit more alternative, I'm going to be honest. So I'm just going to pop this on. I actually thought this was going to be more purple. It's a little bit too pink for my liking. That's better. Okay, and this is the finished look. On a day-to-day, this probably takes me 20 minutes, 25 minutes tops. I can quickly like get up, get this on by the time my son's like got dressed and had his breakfast. So it's really, really quick, easy. It looks like I've got a lot of makeup on. I have not, as you can see, as you have seen. But yeah, it looks so good. Like, my skin just looks radiant. Yes, I did use 3 different sprays, but I don't care. I didn't use foundation. I used a tiny bit of concealer, and I used more skincare than skin products, like makeup products. So I am happy. Really all I've got on is a lip, brows and eyeliner. I really, really, really love this kind of makeup. This is what I've been gravitating towards, which is why I haven't really been filming makeup tutorials, because it's gonna be this. Like, if I film 10 times, this is what it's gonna be, 9 of those 10 times. At the minute, I'm just not really into makeup at the minute. Like, I just don't have time. I'm like, I would rather have an extra half an hour in bed than spend an hour doing my makeup in the morning. I can do it in 25. I'll have an extra half an hour in bed. Or I want to spend half an hour in the morning with my son playing games or reading a book or watching TV or doing something. So yeah, that is my excuse for the lack of makeup content. I do apologise, but it's life, I guess. I do plan on filming more often, and I'm gonna try and film more makeup, more like tattoo stuff as well as makeup, because tattoos are obviously like a big part of my life. I do have another session on my chest to go. I am planning a whole back piece and to finish off my leg. I've got plans for this arm, but that's probably not going to be until like year after next, because I want to get my leg finished before I even think about doing a second sleeve, because my leg sleeve has been a work in progress for years now, but it's like 3 arms in it really when you look at your leg. Like, my arm got done very quickly. I'm still working on my leg, and I started my leg before I started my arm. But I want to do some more of that kind of content, maybe do like tattoo reaction videos, that sort of thing. Let me know if you're interested in that sort of stuff. I get if you're not, like, but I'm like the makeup and tattoo girl. So yeah, that is kind of who I am. Let me know if you are interested in any of that sort of stuff. I'm probably gonna try and do like a TikTok reacts, like a reaction video to TikTok videos, like makeup and tattoos, but like have 2 separate playlists probably. I'm not really sure. Let me know if you've got videos you'd like me to react to. Tag me in them. Send me them, whatever you want. But yeah, that is my plan. Let me know your thoughts, and I will see you on the next one.